What's going on? What's going on, everyone? How's everybody doing? I hope everybody's doing well. I thank everybody for coming on. I thank for everybody who is seeing me here on YouTube and Facebook. Yeah, this is your boy, your host, Lawrence Thompson. I'm here on the Selfish Leader podcast to actually just give you a talk on my thoughts. So make sure like, share, leave comments. I could definitely see the comments on the side. And I would love to answer any questions or anything that you would like to throw out at me as I have this conversation, as I had these talks. I'm doing something different where I'm actually just giving you, some of my thoughts and what's in my mind on certain days. You're going to see other days where I'm going to strategically talk about strictly leadership. But this day right now, I'm just going to talk about more so what's on my mind, what's on the thoughts. Like every night, every morning, I have different thoughts and different conversations within myself that it's just something that I ponder on. And then there are thoughts that I've written down in journals, in my phone, that I operate in and that I move with, today. I don't take it for granted that when some kind of, thing drop in my mind, I make sure that I ponder over it, puzzle around it, write things out, and then get it done. So today I want to talk about, what I'm saying, about that your breakthrough or your connection or your opportunity or your next move is tied to me. And what I mean by me, meaning another person. A lot of times we pray about, we think about, or we're asking the universe or God or whatever. I ask God and I pray to God of getting an answer or asking the answer of a question that I may be puzzled about or trying to figure out things that I'm not having, clarity on. And I come to find out that sometimes, that most times, the answer comes through another human, another person. And so I have to ask this question too, is like, how many people are you paying to? How many people are you paying attention to? How many people are you uh connected to, that you're listening to, that if you throw out your idea, if you throw out your uh your thing that you're trying to get an answer to, what is it, or who around you can you throw that to? And are you listening to them? See, it puzzles me sometimes when people's like, I'm getting rid of this person, I'm getting rid of that person, I'm getting rid of, what I'm saying, all these people out of my, contacts or whatever. And I don't talk to nobody, I don't get with nobody. Listen, all of your breakthroughs, all of your triumphs, all of your clarity moments, all of the new ideas or help you get out of a stuck place is going to come through a person. That's how God works. God is going to send you a person to actually speak to you on a thing that you've been wrestling with. There's a book idea. There's a business idea. There's a next level in your business or in your company idea that you are looking to do and looking to have. And you're asking yourself and you're saying, man, I'm trying to get there, but you're trying to find it within yourself. You're trying to find something super great, magnificent, big bang that's going to show up. And that person is passing by you every single time. I remember of a parable where, not a biblical parable, but a parable that somebody talked about, is that this man had so much faith in God that he was out on the water and his ship went shipwreck, right? And he's hanging on boards just to ask for survival. And he's praying, God, please, please, God, save my life. Please, please, God, get me out of this. And then God sends him a life raft, right? The guy doesn't take the life raft because he said God is going to help him. Then God turns around and sends an individual to say, hey, I can help you. He's like, no, God is going to help me. And so I'm waiting for God. And then he turns around and sends the Coast Guard. And he told the Coast Guard that God is going to help him and God is going to deliver him. So the man dies. And then he goes and asks God, God, why didn't you save me? He said, did you not see everything that I sent to you? See, sometimes you're looking for the big bang and it may be in the small. Sometimes you may be looking for that thing or that person or that moment to happen and it may be already happening, but you don't have the wherewithal or don't have the connection to see that it's happening around you. And so you've discredited every person, you discredit every individual, you discredit every opportunity so that you don't connect or see that that's the breakthrough moment, that's the liberation moment, that's the moment of getting out of, that's the moment of that you will be you will get your answer, you will get that that it that you're trying to look for. And so I want you to understand this is that a lot of times as you starting to ascend to do great things in the earth, a lot of times as you starting to move towards to fulfill your purpose in earth and to fill your life goals and live life to the full, you're missing sometimes what's next to you. And what's next to you could be me. And like I said, put me in there as a person. I don't know who that me is in your life. I don't know where that me is. Is it at your job, at the pickleball court, at your gym, in your family, or or a stranger that comes about on social media? I don't know where your me is. I don't know who that me is, but there's a me that has your name on it. There's a me that's attached to you that can get you out of the situation. Now, how do you recognize that me? How do you recognize that me? How do you see that me? How do you clear your eyes and how do you uh unblock your mind to see that me? The first thing you got to do to see that me is that you got to crush and destroy your biases. You have to. You have to crush and destroy your biases. You can't have biases saying that it's going to come this way or it must come this way. It have to come this way. It has to flow this way. And you have so much built up, you have built up so much of a bias towards individuals or the way it should come that when it comes and shows up, you miss it because you just discredited the thing that was supposed to give you the insight, the energy, the information to move to that next level. And then you're gonna find yourself years down the road, and then it spins back around, and then you be like, it was right there. He was right there. She was right there. They was right there. And by the time you spin back around and come back to it, guess what happened? They're far gone. They're too long, or it's too expensive to even go back. So you got to make sure you get rid of these biases. You got to make sure that you destroy these biases. You got to make sure that you retune your biases and be open to receive how your answer is going to come. The second thing that you're going to have to connect with, the second thing that you're going to have to make sure that you tap into is that I need you to understand that sometimes your fear of approaching something or someone that is unfamiliar has hindered you from allowing yourself to receive more than you need. And what I mean by this one is that fear sometimes give us ideas that people don't want to talk to me. People can't talk to me. People are too busy. People are that person is moving in a different lane. That person is can speak above me. That person is flowing in this way. That person is this. And so your fear has automatically put parameters around the person you need to talk to, the person you need to come in contact with, to the point you say you're not worthy or you're not credited or you're not the right one that they want to talk to. When in turn, those people probably not thought about you, but those people probably is thinking about you, but they're not gonna open up to you until you open up to them. Because they do not know what you have. They do not know what you want. They do not know what you're requesting. They do not know what it is you need so that you can get what you got to get what you got to get. And so you're allowing your fear to push people back when people are willing. There are people that are so willing that it's ridiculous. Like even me, right? Me coming on lives and me doing shows and me showing up in different places. It's my willingness to open up to you how I did it, when I did it, my thoughts, my passions, my drive, my motivations, so that I hope in my deep desire is that as you hear me, as you giving me the opportunity to speak to you through this microphone, you get something and you see some breakthroughs or you see some releases or you move in the area that you need to move in. And so People may say, "Hey, I think Lawrence is so far over here and he don't connect." Or he how can I call him? He seemed like he's super busy. He seemed like he's this and that. But you never took the time to even approach me. You never took the time to even ask me. And so because you didn't take the time to ask me, then the gift that's inside of me, the information that I have inside me, the wisdom that I have inside me, the different blood, sweat, and tears and pitfalls and failures that I have inside of me that I can give away to teach you, show you, and help you get to that next level, you don't ask. And so, what person in your life or around you that you haven't asked, you haven't told, how do you know that they're not going to help you? How do you know that they're not going to give you an answer? How do you know they're not going to uh, show up for you? How do you know that they won't give you what you need until you ask? But your fear is holding you back on that. The last thing I'm gonna say, the last thing I'm gonna say is this: you have to take the risk. After fear, you got to take the risk. You're gonna have to take the risk of opening up and approaching and saying and getting and going forward towards that person, towards that individual, towards that manager, towards that boss, towards that company. You're gonna have to take that advantage. You're gonna have to take that risk, and sometimes that risk is gonna cost you. It can cost you time, it can cost you money, it costs you effort, but it's gonna cost you. But understand, any risk, any calculated, thought out risk is worth taking, no matter what that may be. Listen, your dream, your goals, what it is you're trying to do is in a stuck place. Your dreams, your goals, and what you're trying to do is in a place of not moving. And it's not that you're not smart. It's not that you don't have the will. It's not that you don't even have the effort. It's the connections. It's that little small piece, that connection, that me person that I'm talking about, that your breakthrough is in me, your your ascension is in me, your new idea is in me. That me person is right there. You just got to take the risk. I get it. You may think, man, I tried a risk and it failed. Somebody betrayed me. Somebody hurt me. Listen, I've been in that boat. I've seen it firsthand. I felt the sting and the pain of it firsthand. And I get it. But you can't stop. You can't break. You can't give up. You can't like walk away because your gift and what it is you're trying to create, what it is you're trying to bring to the earth is more valuable outside of you than it is inside of you. What it is you're trying to create is more valuable to the masses than you sitting in and pondering about it over and over again. Trust me, I got it. I get it. I ponder so much about things over and over again and ideas. And I'm a creative. I think very hard and a lot of ideas come my way. But I couldn't just sit still and just keep it locked in. And I did. And when I started doing that, I didn't have the energy. I didn't have the drive. I didn't have the passion. I saw that I was decaying because I didn't release what was inside of me. So a river helps to flow trash out, right? But when the river has no place for it, have no place to dump out to, it's the most smelliest place ever. Why? Because there's no flow. There's no movement. And so you may be having stinking thinking. You may be having a, a stinking attitude. Your your ideas may stink, and they're only stinking because there's no flowing. They only having this bad odor because there's no flowing. And you must flow out so something can flow in. So if you don't hear anything that I said, and you just tapped into just this part, you must flow out so something can flow in. And it's tied to a me. It's tied to a me. And I don't know where that me is. I don't know who that me is. But you got to open up your mind. You got to open up your heart. You got to open up your thinking to see in that me. And once you do that, I'm not going to say overnight breakthrough. I'm not going to say right now breakthrough. I'm not going to say years breakthrough. I don't know when it happened. But what I do know is that those who tap in, those who connect in, the breakthrough is faster than those who sit back and just keep praying about it and keep sitting down and waiting that there's something out of the air just falls in their lap, or somebody miraculously knocks on the door, or it's way beyond that. So your next move, your next step, your next to get out of that plateau that you at is tied to a me. And you got to ask the question, are you ready to hire me? Because if you're ready to hire me, watch where it goes. Watch where it moves. Watch how it goes, how it expands. You guys see, you guys see, even with my uh presentation, it was tied to a me. Once I got it tied to a me, my presentation increased. It looks different. I'm logged in and doing presentation and doing shows. I've always done shows. I've always presented shows. Not afraid of the microphone. This is my superpower. Talking, speaking, inspiring, teaching, coaching, consulting. This is my superpower. So I'm not afraid of that. But I had to make sure that the presentation gets to that next level. So I went out and hired a me. And now you see what you see. It wasn't that this stuff wasn't in me. It was in me. I just never flowed it out so I can get what I need to flow in. The skins and all this stuff, this creation and all that stuff. I did all these things. My me just told me some things that I needed to build up, and then so I can release the excellence that I had inside of me. So all these shows, all these things that you see creating, the flyers and the intros, and I done that personally. I put my hands to it and did it personally. I'm about to somebody hired me. You know what I'm saying? Somebody hired me to help them to design their YouTube channel and to get things out. Hey, that's where we at. So that person saw that I can take the YouTube channel to their next level, or their podcast to the next level. The two ladies that I interviewed, they hired me to help them with their podcast. And so I helped them with their podcast because they were looking for me, and I was available and I was showed up and I took the risk. I didn't have any biases. I didn't have any fears. So today is the day. Today is the moment. We're getting close to the middle of the month. This is 111, 3 ones, right? This is the moment. This is the time. And so we need you guys to get ready and get your stuff out of here. All right. So that's my thoughts. That's my talk today. I'm open to any questions. I can bring them on the stage. I will answer those questions. You guys know me. I do not disrespect the mic. I will not give you any absolutes. I'm just going to give you my thoughts and opinions about it. The only absolutes I would give you is that what I feel like is hurting yourself, people, or property. But other than that, I will give you my opinion. You can take it, or you can just, take it as something that it was something that was great to hear, that it sparked something. I hope that it break things open for you. So I'm open to answer any question. Before that, let me go ahead on and give myself a commercial break. This commercial break brought to you by Lawrence Thompson, aka The Law. Make sure you guys follow me on all social media platforms. Leave comments. please share this out to someone. I know someone could benefit from what I said, and just let me know what it is that you would desire me to talk about. Also, if you would be a like to build a podcast, build your YouTube channel out, create. If you already a creative and you creating stuff, but you want to make it look more polished and more excellent, hey, reach out to me. Let's get on a call and let's do what we do. If you're having trouble with leadership, where you are in leadership position at a job, or you leading your leading your family, or you're a business owner or whatever, and you having that struggle with leadership, hey, contact with me. I'll let you guys know. I've been in leadership positions, probably like 18 years, right? Most of those was military, where it was during deployments, like during wartime, and going overseas and having multiple people from all over the world and get them moving in the right direction to get a single mission done, and then bringing everybody back and keeping them with having high morale, not losing anybody, and making sure that they were able to be great mentally and when they return back to their family. So I've seen it all. I've seen whatever. I ran 2 stores in the civilian sector. And so I've been in leadership in that spot. So I know how the civilian sector works. So if you're having trouble and struggles with leadership, tap into me. So all that good stuff. Well, I did not see any questions in the comments. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna get out of here, man. I appreciate you guys tuning in. I appreciate you guys coming through and saying hello to your boy. I do not take it for granted. Um, this has been super dope and all that good stuff, man. I'm loving the journey I'm on. We will continue to do different podcasts. So make sure you listen to the podcast, and we will have tomorrow. We're going to have another interview. And I'm super excited about this interview that Miss Baxter is going to come on and she's going to do her thing, man. So I love you guys. Be amazing. Be awesome. And I'm going to sign out like I always do. We may not be the solution, but we will be the antidote. I love you guys. Have a great day. Peace.